Good afternoon and welcome to the business segment. My name is Odilia Ntiamwa. Let's settle down now for some business news. An energy major, Ghana, has rejected attempts to frame their gas contract with the Ghana government as the most expensive among other contracts the country has ever entered into. Some energy experts since 2017 have called for a renegotiation of the gas purchases agreement between Ghana and the Italian oil giant Eni on the development of the offshore Cape 3 Points integrated oil and gas project.
First of all, you cannot compare the domestic gas with any imported gas. Now you mentioned Nigeria, but can be any other source of imported gas. Why you cannot? Because the peculiarity of our gas, of the Ghanaian gas, is that the price itself, whatever number, final number will be, it includes a portion that it goes back to country. It goes back to the budget of the country. So any given price, it has to be calculated in terms of net cost for the country. For the domestic gas, for example, for our domestic gas, the final net cost for the country is in a range of $4 for a million BTU. $4 is much cheaper than any other source of gas you can find in any way you want to import. So we also did a little bit more. We calculated in any given year how much can be the savings that the use of domestic gas can create. Well, again, I use some big numbers, but just to give an idea. And if we look at the expected demand of power for next year, the use or the full use of OCTP, of Ghana gas, will allow to save about 40% on energy cost. It means
well, so this is the first time Eni is talking to any media house right here in Ghana, and it definitely has to be with Joy Business. Now let's do some other stories. And co-founder of Leader Freak, Michael Ifa, is calling for a rethink of the educational system to enable institutions churn out young people who can appropriately position themselves for government and other agencies to develop government's agenda to transform the economy. Michael Ifa says without solution thinkers and a well-developed human resource-based industrial transformation will be a mirage.
Government needs to rethink how we are educating Ghanaian young people by equipping them with employable skills and not memory skills, which is critical for survival in the 21st century. I'm calling for a transformation of our educational system. And I believe some moves are underway to do just that, because currently we are not preparing young people who rule their world. We are not preparing young people who go out there and conquer Africa. We are only producing in a very mass way young people who only know to sit and to take instructions. That does not help any country to develop. Let us assume that Toyota sets up a car plant here where they need 100,000 skilled technical staff. Does Ghana have that labor to supply Toyota? We don't.
The latest addition to Ghana's tourism potential is the hot air balloon technology. And early today, Adom FM's Jerry Justice and comedian Funny Face took turns to fly on the balloon as part of Cowbell's second phase of the Cowbell in the Sky project.
So you just saw there, Jerry Justice and Face have already, taking off from this particular location. They are going up high in the sky. We understand they're going to be flying some 300 to 800 meters above the Earth. It's the second phase of the Cowbell in the Sky project, and this is part of the many tourism-based technologies that is expected to rake in a lot of revenue for the country if it is scaled up. and the team has just landed. I'm going to be joined by Funny Face in a short while. I'm told you were scared the entire period you were on the flight. I thought you were a man.
I'm a man, but with some things you are not a man. You see, I can't lie. Jerry knows me way back. Everybody knows. Even the pilot at the point was giving me morale. I was saying the Lord's Prayer. Lead us not into temptation, because I'm into the temptation. Nobody force you. You will say you will fly. Kabe say, come and fly. Me. Come see me on social media. I'm going to fly. I will show people. After I got down, man brought down. That's the first thing I did. And I said, God, you are a supernatural being. But the thing is here. The thing is here. And you are in the air. Even if he's here, I'll not be that scared. He's here. What if your family witches blow you air? They do like you roll.
When they were inflating it and, you know, looking at the fire and the sound, like I was scared though. But when I got on board, I spoke to the pilot. He schooled me as to how, you know, they flight and all of that, and I was comfortable then. So I started videoing and taking selfies up there, and then taking shots of objects that I saw from up there. And it's beautiful when you're up there and you look down. At a point, I got scared though when I saw birds flying and we were up above the birds, and because anytime I walk on the ground, I see birds. And so Charlie almost rope out. But this time, I was above them and they were flying. I was like, gee, we up in the sky too much. So there I was a little bit scared. But hey, it was okay.
Also, they were at Tamasco. We'll bring you some excerpts of that in later bulletins, but I would love to do this sports and some paragliding as well. Well, join us at 1 p.m. for more business stories. Please don't go away. Sports is up next.